All right, it's time for a new unboxing video, and here it is. Got this in the other day. It's been too busy to open it, but I have time now. This is, well, judging by the title of the video, you should know that it's a um, Echo Neutra Rivanera. It's their new kind of dress watch. It's kind of a tank. And I say that it's kind of a dress watch. In my opinion, it's not like a traditional one, mainly because it's made out of grade 5 titanium. It's like a matte finish, although it does have some high polish bevels. And yeah, it's just something about it's mainly that the way the case is very angular. It's like a much more angular, like Cartier tank kind of case. And I don't know, it just seems not entirely a dress watch in my opinion. I think it could be lent itself to being a little more casual, even sporty in some cases, depending on how you pair it up with the strap. And I think that's one reason why I was, one of the many reasons that I was kind of drawn to getting it. Because although I do like actually a lot of different dress wash designs, I don't think any of them, the few that I have gotten, they never really stayed for one reason or another. But I don't know. I'm not generally like a dress watch person. I like sport watches, dive watches, tool watches. That suits my lifestyle more. But I do like the idea of owning one. But again, in actual practice, something about maybe it's just too fancy. It just doesn't work with what I would normally gravitate towards picking up. And I'm hoping this might be something just different enough where I might break that streak and actually keep something that's sort of a dress watch. And we shall see. But before we do, this came just in time, although there was a bit of a. It's supposed to be one of the first 200 on the pre-order. It's supposed to get in before or by generally before Christmas, and it did, but just barely. This is the week of Christmas. It's actually tomorrow. It's Christmas Eve, and I got this on Monday, so just 2 days prior. But actually, it shipped basically at the beginning of the month. But there was a bit of a fiasco with one, like getting it out of Italy. This Eco Neutra is an Italian-based company and brand. And yeah, I saw that I got the shipping notification, but it wasn't seemingly going anywhere or making any real progress. And I emailed to check on it, and he said there was some, I don't know, some bureaucracy or something to do with it. And that, in fact, I think they said he might have had to get the watch back and try to attempt to reship it again. But that actually didn't happen because I still had the same tracking number, and eventually it started moving again. And it made it over to the United States. That's where I'm at. But then when it got into the main, I think the main hub for FedEx, that's how it was shipping, in Memphis, Tennessee, clearance customs, because it's a watch, there's certain paperwork that goes with that, and then they have to, of course, if it's over a certain amount, they're going to have to probably bill me or charge me some sort of import duty, whatever. And so they needed information from me, and I promptly provided that basically within the same day that I got notified that, there was like a delay in the shipment. And yeah, so then that was at the beginning of 1 week after it got in. It was like on a Sunday, and then I was like waiting all week for the thing to move. It said it kind of was leaving the hub, but then in actuality it didn't. And then like come almost Thursday or Friday, I emailed Echo Neutra, said, "What's going on with this thing? Why can you help me to find out what's going on with it?" Because it seems like because there was no update for like about 5 days straight, that's usually a bad sign to me. Like maybe they lost the package when it just kind of goes off the radar, or at least the radar just keeps showing it in the same place without any updates. That's quite a while, but And I eventually called FedEx, and I guess for some reason Customs and Border Patrol or whatever was taking whatever reason a while to just clear it, give the official clear, because they actually had all the paperwork that we sent them to get that processed. And shortly, basically later that day, or if not the next day, I saw that it did clear and finally started to ship. And anyways, after going International Priority Express, which should have taken 1 to 3 business days, basically took almost 3 weeks. Finally got it. Anyways, that was a bit of a fiasco. I don't know if it's always going to be like this, but maybe because it's during the Christmas holidays period, there's an excess of shipments and stuff. Just didn't go through quite as fastly as it should have. Anyways, I noticed there was a second tracking. Basically, they sent a gift with the purchase, and they said it was a bag, and I was like, okay, maybe it's one of those tote bags or something like those. I was thinking more along those like this one of those drawstring sack bags, something that you might get for free, like at the watch shows or something along those lines. So some conventions or whatever, they have those freebies for a simple bag with a drawstring. Nothing much to it, but when I opened the package, it was basically this bag, and I'm trying to determine what exactly is this, because there is drawstrings, but I can't zoom out far enough to show you the whole thing. There's this thing that ties this side, and it basically opens inside here, but it's like, it feels like it's made out of paper, which is, so is this, maybe this is basically their fancy shopping bag that they have over at, if you were to go to a store or whatever to buy directly from them, you get it in like a shopping bag like this, which I guess you can use double purpose. I'm not sure how you use this thing. There's these drawstrings on either side, but the opening's up here. I guess you cinch it closed. I guess it's kind of you might wear it as kind of like a backpack. Imagine filling this up and then just using these drawstrings to tie it around your arms or your shoulders, right? And then you just kind of wear it like this. But I don't know how resilient this material is, because it just feels like paper. So I don't know, but then it's like all nicely stitched too, kind of nicely stitched. So I honestly don't know what to make out of this. I mean, it seems kind of weird because they put all the effort with this strap system here that's somehow, I guess it's probably stitched into the material for a supposedly disposable bag, because I don't know how strong this paper is. It seems kind of like a lot of effort to make this thing if it's not meant to last. They could have done something much more simpler, I would think. Just make it like a regular bag, but it has this huge tag off the side here with their branding. But anyways, cool. I'm always down for some free swag, right, from the brands of the company that go along with the watch. So that's that. So let's get down to this real quickly. And wrist check, just have on my SOA 077 Marine Master. Awesome watch. And this one will be quite different. So this is not a special knife. I just quickest blade I could find. And this is a slogan or something like that with the time proof. I'm not exactly sure what that's supposed to mean. I mean, everything's subject to time in one way or another. I was thinking, does that mean it's not going to age? Well, I guess you can say it's a design that's classic. That's why it's sort of time proof. It won't go bad. But we'll see. And this box is rather big and long for this watch. I mean, it's like, if you know the measurements of it, I think it's like not really all that big for a tank watch. It's not like a really large size one. It just seems kind of big for this box, for the watch. It's almost like, it reminds me a little bit of like, I don't know what, I haven't bought a Christopher Ward in a while, but they were doing these long like boxes. The last ones I was getting, and it's kind of, I think they're made out of bamboo. It's kind of nice, and that kind of reminds me of it. So big and long. It seems like much more than it needs to be. Let's see what we got here. Rivanera. I believe that means Black River or something along those lines. Nera, I'm pretty sure is Black River. Riva is water or river. Pretty sure that's what somebody said. Let's get this stuff out of the way. And before I cut myself, this was just a free watch from 511. Where is it? Right there. They do like tactical gear. I mean, I was getting a pair of boots, and I think this was just a freebie that came with it. Had this ever since. It's all right. It's not the best, but it works. And we shall see. Ooh. It's a pretty nice box. You have this this foam here to protect, like, I think there's a push button here. Actually, it's kind of nice. Here. It's got a little bit scrunched under. That's okay. And then I think if I move it forward and I push, let's see if you can zoom up here a little bit, and I'll push this back right here. What happens if I push the button? Oh no, I was hoping it was just a spring open, but it doesn't. It does lock it, see? But to open it, you still have to push it to unlock it, and there you go. Ooh, that's a pretty nice presentation. Let's back it up a little bit. And maybe zoom up slightly so you can see some of this. The collection represents 2 years of design driven by a desire to create a unique watch that combines the elegance of a classic timepiece with the modernity of sportiness of titanium. The Art Deco style with applied indices reflect the light from every angle. With a thickness of just 5.5 millimeters, the design offers exceptional comfort on the wrist. The bow lines of the case create a striking contrast of shapes and materials accentuated by glossy details. I'm reading it right here. For refined touch, powered by the Swiss Etta 7001 movement, the watch blends elegance with precision. And warranty card, microfiber cloth. Back up again. International warranty. I don't want to show off my serial number, but you know, typical warranty. Yeah, it's not that it's going to matter too much. Oh, it shows you the testing position. So it shows you the rate at 9 seconds per day. Gotta be honest, seems a little bit fast for me, but whatever. We'll see how it actually operates. You know, I think sometimes when you test something on a static position, it doesn't necessarily translate to when it's actually on wrist. Generally, I feel that watches perform better when they actually are on wrist versus sitting on a time graph or flat, right? So we'll see. And I'm not sure how often, you know, if I take it as a dress watch, it may not see as much use as my usual, but we'll see. beat arrow. That's pretty good. Amplitude is reasonably good. What is this? Testing position. Is that crown something? Not even sure what. Doesn't really. If anyone knows what this position is, I'll probably look it up and figure it out. But that's comes with that at least. And how to work it. Looks like this, or is it like that? And put this back. And let's see the timepiece. And it comes in right now, either the black dial, or you might have seen a couple of people have the gray one, which is kind of cool too. But I already have like a sort of a gray dial watch with my Tag Heuer Aqua Racer. So, and this stood out to me better in the black, to be honest, for me. Nothing on the flip side. There we go. Spare components. Ooh. Comes with not much. It's kind of a leatherette, but we got an extra buckle. Not just the one that's here, it's also, I believe it's the same matte finished titanium as signed as the watch itself. So there's that. Cool. And it comes with two straps. One is a Horween, I believe it's this one. I forget what the other one is made out of, but you can tell this one is a Horween because of that finish. It's nice. Should be a good wearing one. Handmade in Italy. Yeah, it feels good. And it comes with a spring bar tool, I think. If I can get this out. Let's see here. They really need to make another thing to help you pull it out. Go under here with this Allen wrench sign toolbar, and see, should be usable. But I have a number of spring bar tools already, but that's all right. And here's the watch itself, and I don't think that's it. There shouldn't be anything underneath. Can't lift this up. I think this is real leather too, actually. It feels like it. I can't get close enough to smell it, but here we go. And here's the movement. Hey, you know what? I noticed, I guess from the videos I've seen, oh wait, if I'm not mistaken, this looks about right. Where's the picture of their logo? Is it anywhere? Echo Neutra. Is it on here? I want to say on the at least the early previews of this thing, they showed that the like I noticed on the ones that they have in their videos when they showed the back of the movement, I felt it was kind of weird that actually the logo, I believe, was upside down on the pre-production, maybe it's the pre-production models that was circulating about with whoever was doing like a early review or a look at this watch. And it is nice and light. And because I remember like looking at it, reads this way, but the logo was kind of definitely upside down. I was thinking, that's kind of weird. You have to look at it right side up this way, or was it in a different location? But either way, I definitely noticed that it was opposite, like upside down from that, and I was like, why would they make it like this? But I think they corrected that. And yep. And sign logo, a crown, octagonal shape. And one thing that no person that has this watch or has reviewed it has mention oddly is that because this is a manual wind movement only, obviously, what is the crown action like? Because it has an unusual shape. It is seemingly kind of small. I don't have the measurements off the top of my head. I don't know where my calipers went, but you can see small. Let's give that a try just to get started. Not too bad, actually. I'm not finding that I'm struggling with turning it. It actually turns pretty easily. I got just enough purchase to turn it. There you can see start running. And I'll leave it at that for now. I wonder when it gets to the end of the topping out the power reserve, you know, that springy action, when you turn it, you can feel it get stiffer, right? Tighter. Will that affect it? But so far, so good. Let's remove the sticker. That's not another crystal. Whew. So no. There shouldn't be anything under there. But yeah, it's just, I got a lot of dust here. But yeah, looks good. Like this strap too. Gives it a little extra something just to make it, break it up from just a smooth finish. But I'll probably wear it this weekend for Christmas just to break it in. It is thin. I think, what was it, 5.5? See what kind of, hopefully I can squeeze in some decent strap option in between there. Like it could be a potentially tight fit for anything else that's maybe potentially thicker. I guess you do have to cut this tag. There's no way to undo this. But let's back this up for a second. And we'll just take a quick look on this. Closer, like that. And then you see how they have that nice high polish just to give it a little accent. I think they have one right around the crystal as well. And yeah, that's cool. My wrist is about 7 inches. This requires a little break-in. Usually I do something like this to help it start to roll around the wrist a little bit quicker. Do that on this side too. There is a sticker in the back. I'll remove that later. Yeah, let's do this a little bit off screen. So with my 7-inch wrist, I'm down to second to the last hole. I could maybe go a little looser, maybe. I don't want it too loose. And it's like that. So I got imprint marks on my strap that was on my wrist, so I try to ignore that. But yeah, that fits it up, sizes it pretty nicely. Lug to lug. Sorry, the battery's out on this, so I'll have to look at this. Should be about 45 or 40. Side to side. 27, almost 28. 28 side to side. Let's see. I think the crown's about 5 millimeters too. I think this could be quite the strap monster. Can't wait to try other things, but for now, I'm going to enjoy it just on the stock straps that it come with. There we go. Yeah, I think this was a cool and interesting purchase, and I look forward to seeing how I get along with it over the short and the long run. And so be sure to look for videos on this probably very soon. All right, thanks for watching, and enjoy your watches. I'm going to try to enjoy this one.